Hey guys, Landon here with Prey and Adventure, and in this film, I'm headed to Montana after something I've never hunted before, the whitetail deer. That's right, I've been very fortunate and blessed to have harvested some of North America's best big game animals, including blacktail, mule deer, elk, moose, caribou, buffalo, sheep, axis deer, grizzly bears, black bears, and even some wolves. But I have never hunted America's most sought-after big game animal, the whitetail deer. This is the story of my very first whitetail buck and the adventure of hunting the big sky country of Montana. Now, before we get started, I want to be upfront with you. If you're here for the glory of the kill shot, well, I've got some bad news. Unfortunately, I was self-filming this hunt, and right when the buck steps out, my camera dies. And it couldn't have happened at a better moment. Murphy's Law, right? But if you're here for a great story, some good laughs, and the adventure of it all, you're in the right place. Montana's big sky country was something special, and I'll never forget it. So grab a seat, stay tuned, and we'll dive into the hunt. And hey, if you like this hunt, do us a favor, comment below, smash that like button, hit subscribe, and help us on our mission to get, 1 million subscribers. We might as well shoot for the moon. And who knows, at this rate, we might just get there before my camera battery dies. Let's get started. Day one out here in Montana. Got my good buddy Reed here. Gonna chase some whitetail. I landed about noon. It's 3 now. 3 hours ago, we went and grabbed some gear and then heading out into the woods. See if we could find us a couple deer to shoot. Let's go get after it. We climbed up the stand, and it didn't take long till we spotted our first buck coming through the field. It was a nice 3x3 with one point broken off. I guess in Montana they call this a 4-point, but where I'm from in Oregon, that's a 3-point with eye guards. Behind it was a really nice buck. Reed, my buddy, he was filming at this point. He really couldn't see the deer through the limbs, but I reached and grabbed my bow and got ready. If the big buck came out exactly like this buck did, this was going to be a quick hunt. But for some reason, this deer caught some movement or smelled us or something and didn't like it. He was on high alert. But hey, I didn't want the hunt to be over that quick, right? This is a good shot at the larger buck. I took the camera for Reed. It was a nice tall frame. I think it was a 3x4. And then out comes this absolute freak. I don't know if this guy was a brawler and got in a fight with an SUV, or what happened to him, but broke that side off, and right at the base of the horn, you could see his scalp coming out. I don't know if that counts as like 36 inches wide, though. This first day, we had a ton of deer movement. And that's because a cold front was on its way in 2 days, and the deer were feeding away. Forecast showed 10 inches of snow in the next 3 days. Well, it's my third evening sit. I've been seeing lots of deer every evening. Some small bucks within range, a couple dozers. It's a lot different than blacktail hunting, that's for sure. But we keep getting deer crossing in this corner across from us. So we put up this stand this afternoon, or this morning after our morning hunt, because we had 2 big bucks cross right here last night. I'm tucked in a big cottonwood. The river is behind me. If something comes out, there's 3 trails, one at 20, 30, and 40 yards. So if they could take these trails this evening, I'll be in a prime spot. Red's starting to turn on. It's November 7th here in Montana. Chasing whitetail. And just like that, I brought the Alaskan weather with me. It's the 4th day out here. Been seeing lots of deer every day, just haven't found the right one in the right spot. Hopefully this little storm will move them around and change up some patterns or get the does into heat. Been seeing some bucks starting to spar and swollen necks, so we'll see how it goes. I was sitting here for about 35 minutes and I heard something behind me and a nice 4-point buck standing directly behind me at about 15 yards. Just standing there. I grabbed my phone and I was recording him for a long time, just hoping that he'd make a decision to come out in the field. And then I heard a shot off in the distance. Spooked this buck out of there. But my buddy Reed across the other side of the farm shot a nice 3-point buck. 4-point buck. Sorry, Reedy. It's a beauty. Thick horn, big, giant, long eye guards. Just an absolute stud of a whitetail. Great buck, buddy. He shot him with a shotgun slug gun. It's November 8th. It's my 5th out here. Snowed a lot last night. We got a good 10 inches or so. Kind of slowed the deer activity down this morning. Only saw a few does. Last night I had a good buck come behind our new stand. He stayed just behind me for an hour. Never could get a shot, too many limbs. I'll try to do some rattling today. See if I can't stir something up. Still staying committed to the bow. Oh, looks like I got some deer. Some deer moving in right now. Couple does at the far south end of the field. Well, hopefully something shows up. And it was pretty cool to actually see some moose in Montana. Even though I see them quite a bit in Alaska, they're kind of rare to see, especially down here on the farm. Well, I only got a couple more days here. It's been getting colder, and the deer movement has slowed way down since the first day. This morning was the coldest it's been. Only saw about 4 does. I think this weather just has them. Their patterns changed a little bit. But I'm back here in the new stand. We've got a pretty good wind for this stand tonight. I still got the bow with me. I also brought the backup plan. Since I'm running out of time, I need to go home with some meat, or wifey will be upset. Wish me luck. Hopefully I don't freeze to death. So I'm sitting here and getting snowed on and freezing, and I had 2 does walk directly below my stand and then kind of just standing there. It's kind of nice to have some life-size decoys right below me, and it actually worked. To my left, I heard some raking, and this buck was just working this scrape line directly beside me, and I could instantly tell it was a shooter, so I grabbed my bow. And unfortunately, this is the last footage that I have of him being alive. He stepped out at about 30 yards, and I took the shot. Well, the whitetail curse is broken. I got my first whitetail. Oh man, it's been a long week chasing these guys. Had them close encounters to some nice deer, nice bucks. And this old joker came making a scrape. He was working this whole scrape line all the way to where my tree stands at. I had some does behind me, and he was kind of showing off for him. And gave him the 30 yards. Hammer down. Yeah! Whitetail. Just broke off on this point right here. But nice, respectable deer. Big old dagger. Oh, big old eye, guys. Oh, nice, buddy. Thank you. Oh, man. What a beauty. My first whitetail deer. Wrapping up this Montana adventure, I couldn't be more grateful. Sure, my camera battery gave up at the worst possible moment, but the memories of this hunt will last a lifetime. Sharing this experience with my good buddy Reed, and harvesting my first whitetail, bringing home some meat to share with my family, man, it doesn't get much better than that. The camera may have died and missed the moment, but the experience is burned in my mind forever. And hey, maybe next time I'll just pack a spare battery. Thanks for joining me on this adventure. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to like and subscribe and hit the bell to stay updated on our new content. I've got plenty more coming your way. More hunts, more fishing trips, and true Alaskan wilderness stories. I'll catch up with you on the next one. Until then, keep exploring, keep hunting, and stay wild.